Hey, how are you guys doing today? Welcome to another episode of Fridays Are For Friends. My name is Khallil, and I'm here with an amazing artist, Nino Augustine. Congratulations on your latest single, Si Está Bien. How do you feel that it's finally out?
It's exciting. It's been a year since we've released the record, so I'm super excited. This is probably the longest time since I started officially releasing music in 2017 that I haven't released music, so I'm super excited.
Yeah. How does this differ from your previous work?
Well, this record is a bit different because it's more I'm singing more, which is really exciting. It's showing how much I've grown as an artist. It's another Afro fusion. It's elements of Afro house with Latin. So it's just Nino Augustine, and it's just what I love and what I do, and we're doubling down on it.
Yeah. So, yeah. What is it like being in the Latin scene in a city like Atlanta?
Wow. Well, it hasn't been easy to be 100% real, but I'm excited of how much it's growing. I think a lot of artists are working very hard to do something beautiful and special and find our own. The thing is, we're so many things, we're trap music, we're soul music, we're so many things, and then we come with a lot of our own elements to add on to that. So it's a beautiful thing, and I love how much we're growing. So I'm just excited for the future.
Yeah. What do you think you bring in a unique way to the Latin, trap, R&B, Afro scene?
Yeah, I think what makes my project feel real to me is that it's just original. It's who I am. You can hear elements of Panama. You can hear Atlanta in there. You can hear a little bit of Jersey and New York and Africa, and it's who I am. So you can hear it all in my music. It's just real. It's just real to who I am.
Yeah. And you wrote your first song at 8 years old. Do you remember that moment at all?
Yeah, of course. I was in Panama. I was on the roof of my house with my best friend, and we were just looking at the mango tree, just writing. I remember vividly. Panama is beautiful, man. Music, a lot of colors, a lot of different amazing smells from, somebody might be cooking some a dish inspired by the Caribbean, the other one a little bit more Afro, the other one a little bit more Latin. So it's that, and same with the music. It's elements of all that, and I grew up around all that.
Yeah, growing up around those cultures and listening to Spanish reggae, listening to reggae, how has that inspired your creativity when it comes to the music you make?
Man, listening to all these different genres have definitely inspired me so much, and being blessed to be exposed to it at such an early age, because I'd tap into it without even knowing. I might be doing a song, and then I'm oh, Tabo Combo did this here, or oh, Shaba did this here, or I just mentioned Alkaline. There's certain artists that it's just whether you know it or not, as an artist, you're gonna pull from, and yeah, imagine that, Ismael Rivera to Teo Calderon to Beanie Man, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then hip hop, you're exposed to this hip hop when we traveled here, so it's all that, and you can hear all that in what I do for sure.
Well, how do you envision Plena mixing with Afro fusion?
Yeah, well, Plena is definitely it's not far, especially the Panamanians, because again we're exposed to these flows and I really do believe that Jamaica is so instrumental in a lot of the music, whether you accept it or not. So a lot of it is thanks to Vybz Kartel and artists before him. I'm pretty sure the artists in Africa and all these other artists were listening to what Vybz was doing, and artists prior to that. And same in Panama, we're so influenced by what Jamaica did, and a lot of us have Jamaican blood, so it's not, we just speak Spanish. It's we speak Jamaican Spanish, literally. Yeah. And I think that's gonna be a beautiful fusion, because a lot of the flows are similar. You hear what, in my opinion as a fan, you hear what Burna Boy does, and you hear elements of dancehall in that, and it's undeniable, man. So I think Panama and Plena, that's our main thing. Like, Panama just always needed that platform to really to showcase what they're doing. But it's always gonna be special talent. It's just like Jamaica, like with the artists getting a platform to really showcase it to the masses. And that's always been the only issue.
Yeah, for sure. And if you could describe your sound in one word, what would that word be and why?
My sound in one word would just be just authentic, man. Like I just think it's really authentic to who Nino Augustine is. I'm proud of everything I've done, you know, like there's elements of salsa that I grew up listening at home. Salsa, I grew up in the neighborhood listening to reggae, dancehall, in Spanish and English. So, you know, patois, whatever. But compa music, like, it's really who I am. So it's like a little bit of everything. And it's been challenging to stay and you know, to like make something that the masses could potentially like consume or, you know, appeal to what's happening or whatever. But I feel like I've stayed 100% real to me. And it's crazy because I feel like the genre, the industry has led to the type of music that I always did, which is crazy because they call me crazy all this time for making the type of music I make. And now everybody's making the type of music that I was doing 5, 6, 7 years ago. But that's how it is.
Yeah, for sure. And if you could magically play one instrument, what would that be and why?
Okay, so if I could play one instrument, it would be the piano. So look, I just started taking lessons. It's so hard, man. It's like, I'm like getting it, but it's still like, I just want to master it. You know, like I know how to produce, but I just always wanted to master something. That's why I was like, I'm just gonna focus on like songwriting and just being an artist because it's so difficult, man. So respect to everybody that can play multiple instruments and master it. That's freaking amazing.
Yeah, 100%. Well, we're really excited to hear your music. Can you let the audience know where they can find you?
Yeah, well, you can find me, Nino Augustine, everywhere. Go to my website, ninoaugustine.com, and I'll be in these streets, man. I'll be out here for real, you feel me? I really be out here, so yeah.
Love that, man. Well, thank you so much for being here. It means the world. And thank you to the audience for watching another episode of Fridays Are For Frnds. Peace.